Hello guys, welcome to new video. In this video, we are discussing a DSA question. The name of question is equilibrium element. So this is the question. There are some sample input, 5 element in this array 3, 5, 5, 1 and the output is 3. So what is the question? I am reading here. Given an array A of n positive numbers, that task is to find the position where equilibrium first occurs in the array. Equilibrium position in an array is position such that the sum of the element before it is equal to the sum of elements after it. So guys, what is the situation here? Like there are some elements present in this array. So this is our array. Some elements are present in this array. So if this point is equilibrium here, okay, equilibrium is a point. At that point, the left sum and the right sum is equal at that point. If the equilibrium is this point, then the sum of the left elements is equal to the sum of the right element at that point. So this is the equilibrium element that we are find out in this question with the help of 2 pointers. So how we can do this question? So first of all, I open my VS Code for doing this. So opening VS Code. Then after that, I am discussing this question. So this is our input 5, the number of elements in array, and after that the elements in array, then our output. So how we can do this question? So first of all, guys, I am doing this question in Java. Then after that, at the last, I am telling the same question in JavaScript also, how we can do in JavaScript. So first of all, I am importing for the input taking. Import java.util.scanner util.scanner class for the input taking. Okay, so this is imported. After that, I am creating a main class main, and in main class, I am writing a main method. Main method. In main method, I am creating a scanner class object. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner, and in scanner, you know very well, we write here system dot in. Okay, so our scanner class object is created successfully. After that, guys, what we can do here, we simply write int n is equal to sc dot next int. So in n we are storing the value of, we are storing the number of elements that are present in this array. So after that, we are creating a array of integer type, and this is our array. And how we can create new int, and the size of array is n. Okay, after that, our we are doing here, we create a for loop for iterating from 0 to int I is equal to 0, I less than n, and I increment by 1. So after that, we are storing the elements in our array. So how we can store array of I is equal to sc dot next int. So this is line is responsible for the each element that we store in this array of I, because we are setting the index array of 0 is equal to sc dot next int. So we are taking the input sc dot next int, sc dot next int, like that. So at that line number, in the line number 38, till our array is full, because we are iterating a loop and our array is created with these results. Okay, after that, what we can do here, I am simply creating a method for finding the equilibrium element. The name of method is my function. So I am passing in this our array and the number of the length that are present in the array. So this is our method that we are creating, and this method is returning some value. Okay, so I am storing in int, like int answer is equal to my function array comma m. So after that, the getting the value in the answer, we simply shout the result, and in this we can write here answer. Okay, so this is our method calling. So after that, guys, I am creating this method here. So how we can create static? What is the return type? Int. And what is my function name here? My fun. And what is the parameters here? Integer type array and integer type variable of n. So after that, why I am creating static variable, static method? Because we don't want to create any object for the calling the method. So that's why I am using static method here for, because we can call directly when our method is static. So this is done. So I am creating two variable, int sum1 is equal to initially 0 and int sum2 is equal to, this is also 0. So here I am creating a array for the better understanding. So guys, this is our array. So in this array, there are some elements are present. Assume, I am not writing here elements, just assuming them. There are some elements are present. So like this is our equilibrium element present here. At that point, the left element sum and the right element sum is equal. Okay. So this is our array. So we are storing the sum1 value, like left sum in sum1 and right sum in sum2. Okay. Or sum1 and sum2 is created successfully. So after that, what we can do here, I am creating a variable int I is equal to what we can write here, I is equal to 0 and int j is equal to, so we can write here j is equal to length of the total element n minus 1. So this is our last element. So these are the two pointers. I is lying here, this at the this point. So I am writing here at here our I, at this position our j is present. Okay. So that's why I am writing here. So guys, this two pointer is created for the iterating in our whole array. So after that, our two pointer is created. We are creating a while loop. While till our loop is running till I is less than j. So this is common sense, guys. If our i's come at this position and j is also come at this position, at that time we can say that we we are cross each other loops and our loop is fail at that time while loop. So our loop is at that time is break. So after that, what we can do here, we are doing some operations for, like we are creating one if condition. If our sum1 is greater than sum2. So if sum1 is greater than sum2, like our left sum is greater than right sum. So what we can do here, first of all, we adding these two elements, like in sum1 we are adding this element I and in sum2 we are adding this element. Okay. If our sum2 is greater than, then what we can do here, we are not adding this second element. We simply adding the ith element from this side. If our this side sum is increased, then we are not adding this element. We are simply adding this side element. So understand, guys, what we are doing here. So for this condition is for that. If sum1 is greater than sum2, then what we can do here, we can simply j decrement, and at the time of j decrement, we simply sum2 plus is equal to array of j. We can write here. Okay. And there are one else if condition. In else if condition, we can write here, if sum1 is less than sum2. So at that time, what we can here, if sum1 is less, then we increase only this side value and we are not adding this side. Okay. So at that case, sum1 is less than sum2. So in else condition, we increment the value of I, and after the incrementing, we add the value in sum1. Sum1 plus is equal to array of I. So this is done. So after that, there are one else condition. Else condition for the if our left sum and right sum is equal, for that case I am creating this else condition. This is the case at first time, or someone and sum 2 is may be equal, may not be equal, someone is greater than sum 2 and sum 2 can be greater than someone, and this case may be happen like when we adding this value and this value in sum 1 and sum 2, then both are sum 1 and sum 2 is equal. At that time we are adding the both element from this side and this side. Okay, so in this case what we can do here, we can simply write here sum 1 plus equal to, and we are adding array of I, and in sum 2 plus is equal to array of j. Okay, so these two sum are added, and there are some terminating condition, guys. Like assume like that this can be happen like this. If our I value is 5 and j value is 5, okay, so sum 1 is equal to sum 2, then what is the equilibrium element? So we cannot find out the equilibrium element because there are many elements present between them. So if we find out the result like that, like we are at this position, or I at this position, and our j is at this position, till now the sum of this array and sum of this array is equal, then we can say that the I and j are nearby, and at that time we can simply break our loop and we can say that this element or equilibrium element. So this can be happen at this position when I is at there and j at this position, the sum is 5 and 5, both element are same, then the element sum like sum 1 is 5 and sum 2 is also 5, then we cannot say that this is the equilibrium element present between them. So there are many elements present. If the sum, we calculate the sum of this array and this array, and at that time we are checking if I and j are nearby, then we can say simply the middle element is equilibrium element, and we check like both are equal or not. So for the sake of that, I am writing here a if condition. Okay, so understand this, guys. If our j minus I, so j is greater element, so that's why I am writing j minus I, or j minus I is less than 3, means their difference is less than 3. So at that time we can simply return, what we can return here, we can simply return here j minus I. Okay, so this is our original index that we are returning, because the, like I am showing to you, the j is present at the fourth index and the I is present at the second index, then j minus I is 2. 4 minus, like j is present at fourth index and I is present at second index, so we can say that 4 minus 2 is 2, but the question is based upon the one based indexing, so that's why we are adding one here. Okay, so we are returning, like if the index of 0 is equilibrium element, then we can simply say that the index 0 plus 1 is our equilibrium element. So that's why I am returning here j minus 1 plus 1, and this is if condition, and in else condition we are returning this line. Okay, these two lines. Okay, guys, we are checking sum 1 is greater than sum 2, then we only add the right side value, and if sum 1 is greater than, if sum 1 is less, then we simply increase the left side element and adding the elements in sum 1, and if both are equal, then in else condition, if the length of, if the elements are not nearby, then we are adding the both elements in the both side, and if the length of the I and j in our array is less than, because the meaning of this j minus I is less than 3, like j minus I result is 1 or 2 or 0, at that time we can simply return, because they are nearby and their j minus I plus 1 is our equilibrium index. So this is the all about the code, and if there are no equilibrium result present, then what we can return here, guys, we can simply say that there are no any elements present, and we simply return -1 because we cannot find any equilibrium element in our program. So that's why I am returning -1. If we find out the element, then this statement is executed. The code is not come at this line. If this is not executed, if condition, then we simply write return -1. So this is overall the code of this question in Java. And if you are doing this question in JavaScript, then input taking part is different with the help of boilerplate code. In the JavaScript, you can simply write here function myFun and simply pass array and n without these int and int. And you can simply mention at the place of int, you can use let or where, okay? And while loop, again, after the while loop, all code are same. Okay, guys, at the place of int, you can use let or where in the code of JavaScript. So this is the overall approach of this question. Hope you are understand what we are doing in this question. So thank you so much, guys.